Welcome to Watch Symposium. I'm Austin. It's a beautiful late February day here in Japan. Starting to get warm, and Watches and Wonders is on the way. And you know what that means? Potentially new Rolex watches. I can't wait to see what, if anything, comes out. I'm really excited about it. And we'll get to see if Paul Thorpe's source was correct in his predictions. Not thinking so, but we'll see. We'll see. And we're going to see a couple new watches, one of which I think is going to be the Air King. Now, the Air King's a really interesting watch. It has and has always had, in my opinion, an identity crisis. From day one, I mean, from day one, back in the day, it looked like a 34mm OP. It didn't really look much different than the OP line. Really wasn't that special. Had Air King and that special text on the dial. And then not too long ago, it had a major aesthetic overhaul. It grew in size to a 39mm watch, and it got completely unrecognizable. But still, in my opinion, it's got an identity crisis. And the biggest thing that I'm looking forward to seeing is what happens aesthetically with that watch. At present, the Air King is supposed to look like the dial or gauge inside a car that was supposed to beat a land record. All right, now what that has to do with airplanes and flying, I don't know. I think that association was a bit of a fail, but that attempt at that speed record apparently was a fail. And so the question is, are they going to double down and go with that aesthetic, or are they going to completely change it? And here's the thing, I'm going to be blown away either way. If they change it, the Air King aesthetic changes. And what does that mean for the older Air King? What is it going to look like? How much is it going to change? That's going to be huge. That's going to be really interesting. But I'm also going to be surprised if they don't change it at all and they go with that, what I think was a failure. I mean, it was a failure in terms of achieving what it was supposed to achieve, a land record, a land speed record. Okay, so are they just going to stick with that? That would be super weird, and I can't imagine them doing that, but I guess it could happen. I'll be equally blown away and kind of shocked at how lame that is. So we have that to look forward to, and I cannot wait to see what happens with the Air King. Also, the movement's going to be upgraded, and it's going to get a 32 movement. It's got the 31 movement right now, and so it's going to get the Chronergy escapement. The power reserve is going to increase, and what I'm really interested to see is the hairspring. What kind of hairspring is it going to have? The blue parachrome hairspring? It already does have the blue parachrome hairspring, but are they going to stick with that, or are they going to introduce finally their siloxy hairspring, which I think, if what I've read is correct, it's sort of like their top of the line, best of the best hairspring that they have in their back pocket. They've only brought it out on the women's models and the 34mm OP. Why is that? That's a whole nother video probably. Is it because they're testing it out on the ladies' watches because ladies aren't as pedantic about accuracy, or does it only work with the smaller movements? You know, I don't know, but I think they're holding back because, again, they have it in their back pocket and they're going to release it in the future. You know, if they release it now, it's like, what are they going to do in the future? And I think they need to have something movement-wise to put in the Sub, the GMT, the Daytona, all the watches that a movement upgrade would blow our minds about. So for that reason, I don't think we're going to see the siloxy hairspring in the Air King or anything here in 2022. I think they're, again, going to hold on to that for the future. They're real long-term thinking, and I don't think they want to blow their load quite yet with that. So I think we're going to see the blue parachrome spring. Now, as far as the functionality of that three-hander, for years I've been saying they should make the local hour hand a jump hour hand. That means you can just keep the watch going, pop it out to the second position, and jump that local hour hand, or the hour hand, because it's only got 1 hour hand, and in that way change time zones, which would make perfect sense. I've been calling for that for a long time with that watch because it's a pilot's watch. If you're flying from the East Coast to the West Coast and you need to change time zones and you have that watch, then you have to hack the movement. You have to stop that second hand. That's ridiculous. Other watchmakers have brought in that innovation. I think the Globemaster does that. And so it makes perfect sense to make that a real traveler's watch, a pilot's watch, and be able to jump that local hour hand. That hour hand, you know, that's a feature that's on the Explorer 2 and the GMT Master 2. And so if they don't do that, that's going to be a huge fail, and it will point to a video I made, link in the description, about something I was told, and that's they don't know what the hell they're doing. And if they release that and functionally it doesn't change, they don't have the jump hour hand, it's official for me. They don't know what the hell they're doing, because that would be, and this is an understatement, a missed opportunity. So, can't wait to see. I'm really excited about the Air King. Right now, today, is it time to run out and buy your Air King now because the aesthetic is going to change and the current one's going to become an instant classic? Or is the next one going to be so cool that blows this one away? Or are they going to even change it? All right. So let me know your predictions on the Air King. For some reason, I'm really excited about seeing what they do with that model. Because again, like I said, if they change it, mind blown. And if they don't, mind blown. All right, so let me know what you think. Take care. Thanks for watching. See you next time. The way it keeps out water is amazing. In fact, it's a better design than Rolex, okay? If you don't know what I'm talking about, well, I'll give you the real brief rundown. Basically, the water pressure as you go deeper squeezes the crystal down and squeezes the case back in, and it just, the deeper you go, the tighter it gets. And it's just an amazing design.